All right, so now let's talk about Instagram influencers. Influencers are amazing, and businesses have been built to the billions of dollars just on influencers. Right now, we live in the influencer age, and that's why I'm going to tell you how to properly use influencers and find the right ones to grow your e-commerce store, your Shopify store. And this is fantastic if you only have about $200 to $300 as a starting budget, because if you have more money than that, I would say just go directly into Facebook ads. A mix of influencers and ads is always best, but if you have, like, let's say only $200 to $300, then that might not be enough for, proper Facebook ads, for proper, because at first you have to actually buy the data, and at first you actually have to, start getting your pixel running, and at first you have to start getting the social proof. So, that's what I recommend. If you only have $200 to $300, that's enough for influencers, and I recommend doing influencers and just doing a blend as well. But, this way you focus more on influencers. And there are a lot of influencers out there. The best ones that I found have between 10,000 and 100,000 followers, and there's another group of them from 100,000 to 250,000 followers. Now, we always want to try to send them a free product, to have them, for example, make a video with our product, just a quick little video, or have them post the product on their page, on their story. And what I like to do is I like to send them a DM, and you're going to have to DM them probably once every single day. What you do is you just send them a DM, and then you unsend it if they didn't see it, and then you send it again. You can actually unsend DMs on Instagram. And what I like to do is I always like to put emojis. So you just put emojis at the top of your message, and that really gets their attention. What you do is you offer a product for free. So you say, hey, and you message them from your social media, your Instagram page of your store. And of course, by now, just, you would have uploaded some pictures of your actual product on your store, and you would have started engaging with some people, and you would have started liking some associated pages. So that way, if you're just messaging from a new Instagram account with like 2 followers, then no one's going to answer that. So what we always want to do is we want to try to send them a free product. And now, if you don't have a way to send them a product with like fast 2 to 3 day shipping, then what you can do is you can just go to Amazon, and you can buy a product and send it directly to them from Amazon. Even though it's not your brand, you can just have it sent to them. Even though this isn't really ethical, and this only works if you don't have a logo already on your product, it is an option, and I mean, it's pretty funny, but it does work. Or if you can have a way to have your product sent out very fast from your supplier as a sample with a logo on it, then always do that, because then you'll have a logo. And what you can do is you can tell them, hey, just free product in exchange for a shout out on your page. And you will also want to check to make sure that not only do they have followers, but also that they have legitimate people that like their follower base is actually active, they're interested in what they're posting, and they're not fake. Now, you have a lot of influencer pages that are going to try to make you pay money, and in that case, for example, if you find a really good page or a really good influencer with 100,000, 250,000 followers, then you can offer to pay them, you always want to ask them first what their fee is, and you can always negotiate it down. So you can pay $50, $100, $200 for a shout. I've paid $200 before and made back like 30,000. So, it really depends. Sometimes you pay and you get nothing. Sometimes you pay and you hit a jackpot. But if you don't want to pay any money, micro-influencers are amazing. And these are basically people on Instagram, and most of their followers, like, they're not celebrities. Most of their followers are just their friends. And these people have between 1,000 and 10,000 followers. I'm sure you know people like that. And they're not celebrities at all. They're just, normal people. They really like to hang out on Instagram. And so you just DM them. You say, hey, free product. And then they'll go and they'll post it. And their friends will see it. And they'll also, maybe send you a DM asking you for a free product. And that way, your product spreads with word of mouth marketing. And that's always more powerful than paid marketing. And that's why micro-influencers are literally my hidden secret with influencer marketing. I just have a VA, like a virtual assistant that I hired from Upwork, just to reach out to micro-influencers. For example, if I want to target Norway, let's say, and I want to, have a Norwegian version of my store, right? You can literally just bombard an entire country, and you can have a VA send out DMs to, just many people in your target market in the country. And that way you can just ship them out a free product, and you'll see that it's going to generate a ton of traffic on your store. So there's paid ways of doing this, there's free ways of doing this. Now, if you want to find a good page, let's say your store is in the PC gaming niche. What you would do is you would just go up here, search, you would type in PC, and you would just see, so it doesn't look like anything here. So PC gaming, right? So this one's huge. This one it looks like a magazine or something like that. So you can see they have a business inquiries email. You always want to DM them, and also you can send them an email as well. Just make sure that it's professional. You don't want to be like, yo, bro, give me a shout out. It's all professional. So that way, it's like they actually treat you seriously. And you can see that they have an active follower base. And the people are real. You're going to really be able to quickly tell if the follower base is fake based on the comments. The comments will have nothing to do with the picture, and so on. All right, so you made it to the end. Congratulations, you were able to listen to my voice for over 2 hours, or however long this was. And I'm super happy that you did, because you're part of the few people who's actually committed to changing their life, who's actually committed to building an online business in today's time of opportunity and abundance. And so that's why I'm so happy that you're here, and you're not part of all those other people who are just trying to basically do things the easy way, right? Because there is no easy way to do things. It's pretty simple, everything that I showed in this video, but it's definitely not easy, because we're building a real business. This is not some kind of a gimmick, it's not some kind of a trick, and you've seen that it is really, really powerful what it can do in your life. So now you know everything you need to start a successful branded dropshipping store, and I'm so happy that you got all the information that you needed in this video. And if you, let's say, you didn't understand the email marketing part, or you didn't understand the Facebook ads part, or like what to put in your Shopify settings, I recommend you rewind to that. The timestamps are in the description for each section in this video. Now, I want to end this video off with some critical tips, some very important tips for Shopify success, because I see so many people trying to start this business. So many people try to get into e-commerce and they fail. And the biggest reasons why people fail, it all comes down to a few reasons, to be honest. Number one, the biggest tip for you to not fail, to actually succeed, is to take action. Take action. If you are one of the people who was taking action as you were watching this video, that's amazing. You're part of the few who are serious about changing their life. If not, then just go ahead and rewatch this and then follow step by step as you're actually taking action. Because watching and absorbing knowledge is one thing, but putting it into practice is completely different, because that's what will actually make you successful and what will make you thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars once you reach success with Shopify. Tip number 2, don't give up. Many of you will not make your first sale in the first 14 days free trial. The free trial, honestly, is just there for you to just be able to kind of get used to the Shopify layout, to the system, and to really design your store and build it out so that it looks nice. You don't want to rush things. There's no point in rushing this. Does it really matter if you make your first $100,000 or your first million, right? Let's say you have a goal of becoming a millionaire. Does it really matter if you become a millionaire in 1 year or in 6 months or in 3 months? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're still a millionaire. And so that's what you have to understand. That's, success is all about having the confidence and the persistence and the tenacity to actually make things work. So, even though many of you will not make a sale in the first 14 days free trial, what matters is that you've tried. And if you keep trying, then you're bound to succeed. You can only fail if you give up. So if you don't give up, you're bound to succeed. Everything in my life changed when I heard the quote that 99% of people give up in business after 3 failures. So if you can last 3 failures, then you will be in the top 1% of people. And guess what? The top 1% of people in society, they're the highest earners, the most successful people. So automatically, you're successful. And tip number 3, if your product isn't selling, then we have to look at your weakest link. Your funnel is only as good as your weakest link, and your entire store, that's a funnel, and we haven't really talked about that, but it's basically just a marketing funnel. What that means is it is a way for you to get customers and to sell a product and to actually deliver something of value. So if you want to look at, why, you want to find out why your product isn't selling, try to find the weakest link. And what I mean by that, it can be anything, on your store. It can be your price. Maybe your price is too high. Maybe your pictures are not good enough. Maybe your sales page is just not good enough. It's not nice enough. And in that case, what I recommend you do is emulate your competitors' strategies and improve on them. In today's world, you can see everything that your competitors are doing, and you can see exact examples of success. So there's no excuse for you to just, basically give up. You can go and make everything work, right? And so what I recommend you do is, if you're not selling, that's fine. Just do everything you can before moving on to the next store. Be honest with yourself, and you can always change the product. It's not the end of the world, right? You can always change the product, and every single failure is a learning lesson. Every single failure is a lesson, and actually failure is better than success in a way, because it teaches you something. Success doesn't teach you anything. You're just successful, and that's it. That's awesome. You build on it, but it doesn't really teach you much. So that's why I recommend you go smooth and slow. You don't try to rush this. And what I recommend is, even if you don't make your first sale in the first 14 days trial, just sign up for the plan. It's $29 a month. Sign up for 1 month of it and really, really try. I would say give yourself at least 2 months. 2 months, just try for 2 months. And for those of you out there who are really, really dedicated, 3 months minimum, and I guarantee if you can stay there for 3 months, you will succeed and you will have a profitable store that you can then scale to the hundreds of thousands and millions and tens of millions. And another tip, focus on the back end. If you're not making sales on the front end, or if you're not profitable on the front end, and we talked about this, so let's say that you're making sales from your Facebook ads and they're not profitable, then focus on the back end. Focus on making your email sequences great, your SMS sequences great, your Facebook Messenger sequences great with Recart. doing just those things alone, just optimizing the backend and really focusing on refining how my store works in the system and the emails that get sent out and all the automations has made me hundreds of thousands of dollars extra, because a lot of Shopify store owners underestimate the power of the backend. So make sure you focus on the backend as well as your front end, and also keep yourself updated. Never stop learning. Millionaires never stop learning, and that's why they're where they are in life. So what I recommend you do is watch free content on YouTube and Google. There's a lot of great content, and also watch my videos. There's a lot of amazing videos. I put out a video almost every single day. I put out videos 5 times a week, because my life mission is to build the greatest platform for online education and e-commerce, to wake up as many people as possible in the world to the massive opportunities with online business. And also check out the links below this video. There's a ton of useful links there, and I'm always updating it with the most up-to-date links that will help you out as someone who's starting out with Shopify.